Welcome to the podcast.
You.
We look a little tighter than a motherfucker. Slide over.
Well, that's cool.
Slide over that way. Move up some. Slide up. Welcome to the podcast. We here tonight, you know. Oh shit, I forgot to push start.
Fuck all that. We here tonight.
We got two guests in the house. We got my man Lunge.
Lunge the plunge.
Representing the north side of Philly.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? We got the boy Cobbs in here.
See Cobbs.
We got other, I'm here, Butchie Bonds, aka Mr. Green Thumb. And we got our other special guest in here, my man Fatso, aka Fat Ronnie.
Gomar Fat Ronnie.
Yeah. Gomar, what is it?
Gomar Adubar, that's beauty, strength, and wisdom in Hebrew for those who don't know.
Nah, me. So, peace and love to everybody. We here for episode 7 of the podcast.
7?
Episode 7, bro. 7 episodes already.
Yeah,
So we got some topics tonight. We got some, we got some guests. We gonna do what we regularly do. At the end of the show, my man Fat's gonna bless y'all with some bars.
Absolutely.
So, we gonna kick it off like that, It's the podcast. We got that weed smoked up. We got that weed rolling. I don't know what flavors we got, but we got a nice amount of flavors in here. Fast brought some weed. I brought some weed. Chris brought some weed. My man Lunge, that ain't really his twist, but I had to get him in here anyway.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to all the LU fam, South Philly fam, North Philly fam. Niggas call me.
I'm telling you about that bullshit.
So shout out to all of them that's coming through, showing us love. We gonna get into these topics.
First topic of the day.
Thanks for holding me down.
Gotta be the whack ass nigga. Well, I ain't gonna say that because he did spit some shit that coincide with his story, stuck to his grind. Whack 100 said 2 people wasn't legends, Biggie and Nipsey. Biggie and Nipsey wasn't legends. Now, I agree with him on half of the shit. You know what I mean? But personally, I think Nip and Big was a legend. But
Right, I can't agree with him on that one.
But Wack was saying was that if you take their body of work and what they did as far as like when you say somebody a legend and you take their body of work, their record sales, album sales, shows, money, whatever they make, they ain't do a lot. Biggie had what? One album?
Biggie
had one album. No, he had one album.
What do you mean he had 3 albums?
The Life After Death came after he passed. That double album
was done. It was a done
but
album.
It didn't drop until after he passed.
It don't matter. It still was a done album.
A lot of niggas got done albums right now. A lot of niggas got thousands of songs done.
And it's
better.
better.
Shit don't drop.
Yeah, but it's better than half the shit that any of his artists have done. It's better than the majority of the shit that any of his artists have done. Blueface is the fuck whack.
Oh my god.
And he laughing at Nick like, nigga, you fucking whack. You beat your mom up like you're a fucking cornball for that. I don't respect you. I don't respect your music. The fact that you beat your mom up and whatever the case may be, you's a fucking plug to me. I don't get what he's saying. You can be a legend without being. You can be a legend.
He's basically saying he's not a legend in music.
So I'm gonna keep spinning.
Music in the game.
So his game. You can put yours right there if you want. So is Game a legend musically? He been in the game for more than 10 years.
Well, first you gotta define what's a legend.
That's what I'm saying. So did he define what's a legend?
I mean, he that's what he was saying. Like his body of work. What you do. I'm gonna pull it up. But what you do. He only had one real album, but he had a lot of mixtapes.
Right.
And I fuck with Nick. Nick one of my, before he even passed.
So,
I did too. I fuck with Nick heavy.
It's funny though I say that. First of all, Wack 100 is a fucking nut.
Definitely.
He's definitely a nut ass nigga that always just wants some type of
attention.
He's
that's why Mike Tyson
That's why him and motherfucking Game they like a perfect marriage because they both be on that type of time.
Both dumb.
No, I'm good, bro. But at the same time though, all that being said, this nigga first of all, for him to disrespect Biggie like that, it's just nutty. Like he tried to justify his statement by saying when Biggie was alive, was he a legend? Who the fuck is alive when after their first album is a fucking legend? Like that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Right. That's like you win your first championship, you a legend already in the fucking NBA.
Right.
you win your first championship and the fuck what's name? You just coming out like you just 4 or 5 years in the game. That makes you a legend. What makes you a legend is your body work over time. What's your influence on the culture?
And it don't have to be the body of work. It can just be with that. What your current body of work has influenced people.
There's that too.
Right.
But my thing is that like you got to look at Biggie. Like back then when he first came out, man, it wasn't even cool to talk about clothes and cars and stuff like that. You had certain rappers that did that. You had like Cool G Rap. You had like certain people that did that. That was on some gangster shit.
That gangster,
you know what I mean? But with Biggie,
cleanup shit.
Back then, it was the whole gimmick with rap was you to be tough, like to be rough. Like you wore chains, like actual metal chains.
Right. So being fly wasn't a part of being rap.
Shit on,
right.
Timbs and
exactly.
Like you sitting in the back talking about you Alexis with 2 twins kissing on you and all that.
Right.
You look
and
at
you a
soft.
fat nigga with a crooked eye.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to finesse that and put it out there, this wordplay crazy, but don't get me wrong, when they want to talk about the gangster shit, he was on that type of time because his whole album, his first album is about him coming from the mud, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Grinding and all that. And then he transformed, he basically transformed into a person that where you can't keep on talking about being broke. You broke, you ain't broke no more. So
he said that himself.
So with that being said, man, and then on top of that, he the first nigga that was on mixtapes or just like on every features bodying nigga shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then on R&B songs, body and shit. You understand
body and shit on R&B songs.
Right. Drake joint.
Right, exactly. Like he set the precedent with that. Cause I remember
body and shit. The Mary J joint.
Right, that Total 112. Super Cat. That
Cat.
When he first came out, we read his album out, he had that. But I'm just gonna go back a little further. So growing up, one of my favorite rappers was Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
So Kane was always a smooth, debonair.
Right, and that was the
you know
first
what I'm saying?
guy.
And he's the first dude that ever tried to do R&B, and he put a lot of flack behind that shit. Yeah. Like niggas was like, man, fuck what's wrong with this nigga? He high something,
but he was rapping to the female.
Right, he was rapping to the shorties. He rapped to the shorties. We were talking about
Big Daddy
Kane nigga had
record.
The nigga had the whole album when he was trying to be sexy and shit with his little. With his little silk fucking robes.
And not to cut you off, and because he felt he was a black sex guy.
He was
sexy guy.
Well, he was a playgirl.
But at the same time, the dark skinned man wasn't getting no love like that. That's why he came out. Yeah, I'm sexy. I'm black, and I'm sexy. The same way Big took it. I'm fat. I got a crooked eye. But I'm sexy.
I got the rap for these shorties.
You know what I mean? And they don't care if I'm fat. I'm 400 pounds.
One thing Wack said that made the most sense, though, bro. He said, well, we're going to have the upper echelon, what we calling Dr. Dre and these guys. If these guys like Nick can just come out and not that much body work and do that much while he's alive and say he's a legend.
But
it's we call them guys legends.
Well, see,
it's the influence.
Art, but we talk musically. He didn't have an influence on me. I'm a musician.
Right. And you said you didn't know him music.
I'm gonna play what
I remember you said.
I'm gonna play what he said.
I bang with him outside of music. What he was trying to do.
Let's go to the mic.
Define a legend. Someone that passed away. No. Okay, listen. So let's keep it real. If Dr. Dre right now died, we would say we lost a legend, right? Yes. Wait. Based upon what? Numbers, right?
Not numbers. His body of work.
Shut him up, man.
His body of work, though. You gotta give him that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? This is not no personal shit I'm talking about. Right? It's just real.
But why would it ever be even personal?
Man
Why would you
died.
say that?
Why would you have to say that?
This is about him bringing up what he's saying.
No world tours, right? After he died, he went platinum, sold a bunch of records, followers went up 19,000, right? It's 19 million, right?
Billion, I'm about to say 8% was
First of
up
all, we
crazy.
gotta define what the fuck a legend is, what the fuck a legend ain't. Absolutely. Right? Was he on his way? I think within time, yes, he would have been. But at the time of his demise, let's keep it real. The truth could never be defined as disrespect.
But do you think
that means you lying to your motherfucking self? There we go. That's just like a motherfucker saying, hey, Wack, you look short, motherfucker, and I get mad. That's the truth.
Just shut up.
But no,
So, we brought up numbers, like, so does that make Vanilla Ice a legend?
Right.
Does that make,
that,
you know what I'm saying? Like, numbers
don't. Still getting millions off that every year.
You got rappers that actually raped the culture and were able to find a cheat code and made a bunch of money and sold a bunch of records.
All right, Lunge, what's a legend to you, Lunge? I gotta ask you that.
So it's a gang of things. It's not just one thing. You can't just say it's numbers. You can't just say body of work. It's your body of work. Your numbers could play a part of it. Your influence on the culture could be a part of it. Like like what Jay-Z can say, made a dirty cat want to get a clean shirt. Like, come on, man.
Like Jay-Z went from jerseys to button-ups. I'm saying when you make a whole when you make ghetto niggas start rocking button-ups.
Right. When you make a culture change perspective,
and change clothes because everybody had button-ups.
Right. So that's what. And then on top of that, like, it's not to say just because you're dead you're a legend. There's many people that rap that are legends now. Jay-Z's a legend. Nas is a legend.
Right.
Big Daddy Kane's a legend.
Right. Because you can definitely be in the game, then you get out the game.
Right.
Right.
They're legends in their own right too. So for him to just go ahead and just say that, like Nip, I don't even know Nipsey Hussle like that. I just knew his last. I used to see his music. Like Slauson Boys, he was with and all that. I didn't really listen to them like that. I'm not gonna sit up here and get on this podcast.
See, I've been a West Coast rap fan.
Act like I listen to this more because I didn't. But I knew niggas did, and I knew niggas never said anything bad about him. Like more thorough, this, that, and the third. But then after, like when he got nominated for a Grammy, that's what opened my eyes to more. I'm like, damn, he got nominated for a Grammy.
Without even,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me give Victory Lap a chance. And then when I listened to it, I said, damn, this shit is really nice. Which made me go back to his old music. And I'm like, damn, like they opened the door for me.
Right.
So, but then doing my homework, you start seeing the other shit he was doing, the philanthropy work he was doing
in his community.
And then on top of that,
to me,
that's
what
had him in the
and that's what I was trying to
status.
explain to them, but I couldn't get the words out.
My cousin, music, bro. So now we going outside of music when you say the philanthropy, all that.
But if it wasn't for music, you wouldn't even know who he is. So you got to give him
it's still a part of the legacy. Like, all right, my cousin, like I said, my cousin's from South Central, so he put me on a Nip years ago. You know what I mean? So I've been banging, so like I said, the shit he do, the mixtapes and all that.
Right.
I've been listening to that, so I've been like it. I've been a fan of West Coast music since the early '90s.
Yeah, I like this
so I always, they got a joint on YouTube where you rate the people from your area, and Ice Cube rate the top 4 rappers from West Coast.
He's top 4 rapper.
No, I mean the youngest.
Like,
the young guys coming up. No, I mean the young guys that's coming up. The young guys that's coming up. So I went and listened to each one of those guys, and I'm gonna say 3 of them I liked. You know what I mean? And the boy, what's his name, Rich.
Roddy Rich.
He was in. He was in there.
Yeah,
so I listened to his shit. So I was listening. And this was maybe like last year.
Okay.
So I was listening to a couple of them guys before. But the point I'm trying to make is, just because we're not listening to them, don't mean they're not legends. Look at Slim Thug. Like I said, Slim Thug puts out albums that might not come out all over. They on Tidal and shit like that. But you look on his Instagram, them joints be popping. His fans be.
I'm a hell of a Nipsey fan. I got Nipsey he moved me on a spiritual level.
Right, on a different level.
On a whole different level. But musically, bro, when Ball broke it down, you can't play 5 joints of Nipsey and everybody across the United States gonna bang it.
But that don't mean. But that don't mean it's not good music.
He said why he's alive.
But that don't mean it's not great music.
I bang tunes like that. That Victory Lap. That's my shit.
But that don't mean it's not great music.
It's motherfuckers.
So did that mean it's not great music?
Oh, absolutely, it's great music. We're not denying it.
It's good music.
It's great.
I mean,
he got a couple bangers.
So what about the people in the hood that they think you a legend?
But
that
they
think Fatso, the young people.
If they ride the wave though, it's riding the whole. It's a whole wave. Like him past. Like my daughters didn't know about Nipsey, but when I was banging his music, but they didn't know about him. It's like that's Nipsey Hussle.
So I'm gonna look at the comments. People are leaving on here.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's and he did affect a lot like that. His death did affect a lot of people.
Wow.
Just like everybody does affect a lot of people.
No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
All right, so
he's one of the biggest impacts in American history. Ain't nobody doing shit in the States center like that, my nigga. I'm watching this from my crib.
This nigga was coming to the games with. This nigga was coming. You gotta know. But before that, he was coming to the games with no shirt on,
with just
a chain everywhere. Like they let this nigga in like that. He must be a legend. You coming into the Staples Center with no shirt on, a chain. I've never seen a star do that before.
He is a legend.
Sorry, y'all.
Vic,
I'm
that's
saying
what I'm
musically,
saying.
but as you saying from a musical level, I'm talking about Whitney Houston. Man. These legends, bro. I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle don't fit that category, bro.
As far as
No,
but when you compare it to that, when you compare it to
on musical genius level.
Right.
but that's what Wack was
It's
saying.
legends.
Wack was
That's what
saying,
Wack
like,
talking
how you
about.
gonna
That's why I said
compare
his perspective.
Nip
When
to-
he
All
comes
right, so
Dr.
Sam
Dre.
Cooke was a legend.
Who?
Sam Cooke was Sam Cooke a
Sam
legend.
Cooke is a fucking legend.
Sam-
I never even around
Okay,
when Sam
all
Cooke
right.
was alive.
Sam Cooke
He
was
had
taking
the
out
documents
early
to know
though.
about his
He was
music.
taking out early though,
He's
and he only had one
historic.
album.
He's
I didn't even know he
Two
died. I didn't even
albums.
know how he died.
He got
Listen,
shot by
he
a
got
fucking
shot
black
by-
I just
nigga.
know him from his music.
On some,
But I
by,
just know
they
him
set
from-
him up.
But I just know him from
Yo,
his music. My
he's
mom played it in the
historic,
morning. I didn't
But
know
that's
nothing
what I'm saying.
about
He only
it.
had
But
two albums
that's
out.
history.
You know what I'm saying? I
But
didn't
if
know
this
about
was the
that.
'60s, would he be a legend?
There's rappers that died and
I
niggas
don't
don't
know.
give two shits
I don't
about
know.
That's
music.
what I'm saying.
So if you don't have, you got shitty music.
You gotta have all.
It don't matter whether you
It's
dead
a
or
lot.
not.
You
They're
gotta
not
have a
gonna
lot.
fuck
The
with
fact
it.
that he died and you
So-
said, let me check his catalog, because when Extentation died, did you go and listen to his shit?
But it's a
Because I know I
machine.
did. But I'm asking.
You got social media
But I
and
asked
shit
you a
that's in
question
my face
though.
all day,
But
bro.
when
I did. I ain't
all
gonna
right, when
lie.
Triple X died,
It made me look into him. See
Did
what's
you-
up with him a
did
little
you
bit. I didn't
listen
look
to
into
his
him as much
music?
as no, I never even.
that's
watched
what I'm
it.
saying.
I never
Because
looked at
he
the song,
wasn't,
I
because he
did.
wasn't,
It made it relevant.
he didn't have a status, a legendary status.
Right.
But guess what? You got motherfuckers that are arguing
But
death.
if you
The
go
Titty
back,
Boppers definitely
if
tell
you go back, you gotta realize
Yeah, he is one.
he's not our generation. But if you go back to that nigga concerts, the nigga was selling.
No,
out
I'm not
like
saying that.
crazy.
I'm not saying that.
No, that's
But
what I know
do you
that's
think
what-
of a
But
legend?
that's not
You
our
think of
era.
him as
That's
a
not our
legend?
era, though. That's not our era.
I'm saying, but
You
listen,
saying
but hear me out, though.
But he could have been a legend. I don't know.
My
Back
perspective
then,
is-
His
you
body,
gotta
you
talk
said
about
body of work though.
Yeah, but back then he did have a lot of songs.
So
But they didn't take
He
his
only
death
put
from me
out
to
two
know
albums.
nobody, bro.
He had a
They
lot
didn't take
of
my death
songs.
from me to know nobody.
It's
Like,
a lot-
I
right,
didn't
I
even know
realize
about
back
Sam
in the
Cooke,
day,
whole
music
serious
was
story
different.
about he got killed.
Back in the
bro.
day, music was
I
different.
know about
Niggas
Nick. I know about
dropped more
Nick
songs
Murder.
than
There's
they
too
dropped
much
albums.
energy behind him from social media.
All right, next
A lot of people dropped more
Alright.
songs than they did
No, so
albums.
no, let's just wrap it up. That's what. So
Okay.
in reference to if we can do it. That's
All
what
right,
we're
so let's
recording.
do
So do I think that Nipsey Hussle
in
is
a nutshell.
in a nutshell is a
20
legend?
seconds.
I
10
think.
seconds.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, I think he is, and I think it's beyond just his music.
His body of
I
work.
think it's his body of work. It's what he did during the time he was here, what influence he had on people,
Right.
and what he continues to have on people. Because I mean, like I said before, many rappers have rapped and died,
Right.
and you don't give a shit about their music because their music was either shitty or they just didn't have no type of
They just
influence or
moved.
nothing.
Right.
He moved people.
Exactly.
So motherfucker gonna be screaming his name from where he from all the way across the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he is.
Right.
Ain't no rap about Biggie. I ain't even gonna go there.
Hey.
I mean, I definitely think he's a legend. I think him passing made him more of a legend. I think it brought more people into
More light
what he was
to his
doing. But you
legacy,
gotta
right.
realize, social media and today's what's going on today is they want to promote the negative. So when you're doing something positive, you ain't gonna get the shit of light like you should anyway.
Right.
So all the good that he started to do after he got a little famous with the music, that gave him the platform to do some other shit. So
Right.
with him doing that, yeah, I definitely think he was a
And that
legend.
follow on.
I definitely think he was, you know what I mean, on that way to definitely be in legendary status. He
Right.
definitely probably would have dropped some more shit that niggas would have been more into, but you know, he didn't get the the gist of what he was getting while he was here. Unfortunately, that's what it was. He had to pass for the shit to come out, the good shit that
Turn
he
it
was
the other
doing.
way.
You know what I mean? So
Huh.
definitely he was a legend.
What?
So the lid.
Oh, you want to
I rock with him from day one. So
Yeah, well,
that ain't, you know what I mean? His music to me was the shit anyway.
10 seconds, nigga.
I
Goddamn.
don't give a fuck, nigga.
I
It's
think
the
he's,
pop
I
podcast.
think he's a legend. Like I said, I listened to him. I fuck with him. I bang with him. Before the fame, I liked him. I think he did more in this, the community aspect, the stuff he did, the stuff he was trying to do,
Right.
makes him a legend because he was trying to build a legacy.
Right.
In order to build a legacy, you have to complete them. You have to have ideas, and he had those ideas, and he tried to put them forth. Too bad his life was taken too short from us. But like I said, I definitely put him in the legend status.
Me, musically, fuck no. Music, I'm talking about music now. And American history, fuck yeah, he's a legend.
Right.
Ain't nobody had more influence on me than Nipsey Hussle. But when I'm sitting back thinking about music and I'm thinking about legends, I think about one more chance, and we be in them parties and
Oh,
everybody, no matter where you at in the world,
Right.
East Coast, West Coast, everybody vibing today.
Right.
It ain't no Pacific certain people wild and that.
Right.
That's
No
legendary
specifics,
shit. You feel
right.
me?
I
Yeah, I mean that's all I'm saying. Like Nip is definitely a legend in American history, but musically I don't think he's legendary like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we wrap that up. The next topic we got Lloyd Harvey moved out of Steve Harvey's house and moved in with Future. Now, just I guess 4 months ago, she was friends with Diddy. You know what I mean?
Who is, you gotta tell me, who is Lloyd Harvey?
Lloyd Harvey is Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. It's his wife's daughter. But she's fine.
But she's not in the media.
She's fine.
Ruckus,
But
the stepdaddy is.
every time you turn around, she in another nigga's pants. Another rapper pants. You know what I mean? She was fucking with Diddy's son.
Oh shit.
Then she was fucking with somebody else. Then she started fucking. Her and Diddy became friends. And then her and Diddy stopped being friends. And then I guess now her and Future is friends. And you know what Future do? He put a baby in the oven. He got that. He named Future for a reason. He's giving you his future sperm. Cause I can hit you up with my future sperm, not super sperm, but future sperm.
Baby sperm, bro.
This nigga was dropping babies like fucking like raindrops. You know what I mean?
Nigga drop babies like he dropped the album.
Right.
He became in the lane.
You like, damn, you got another album? Damn, you got another baby? Damn, you drop albums every time you have a baby.
What you just asking is what's our view on that?
I'm just speaking on it because she's a little young thiesot, you know what I mean?
She's one of a million.
No, she's something special though. Niggas talking about rap,
nobody
man.
special.
She got
She's
special.
the
She got a
daughter.
pussy.
She's the stepdaughter of.
She probably
She ain't no different than these Instagram bitches.
Right.
She ain't no different than these Instagram bitches.
Man, everybody think. Me
She
said I
got a
got Lloyd
name.
Harvey on my wish list.
If she was somebody else's son or daughter, if she was,
that's what I want for
She's
Christmas.
fine as fuck, bro.
it's a lot of fine bitches out there. You know
That's true.
Bad
It is a lot of
motherfucker.
fine
what I mean? Instagram bitches that's on Instagram, right? It's bad as shit. If she wasn't Steve Harvey's daughter, they wouldn't really care about her like that.
Hey, man,
I wouldn't care about her like that.
But
I just don't see how
Niggas wouldn't care
niggas.
about her. It's the name.
My thing is, I just don't see how niggas be chasing pussy like that.
It's the
All right,
name.
he just fucked.
Yeah,
he
why
just
do I
fucked.
want
It's
something
the
everybody else
name.
has?
Why
That's
do
what
I
I'm
want-
saying. What's wrong with y'all? Like
It's
that's
the
what making me
name.
think niggas in there some bullshit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But
Like, I'm looking at the men. I ain't looking at.
I mean, unless they
Everybody want
but you
fucking
know,
Kardashian.
niggas is like women. They talk. Yo, geez, she's
niggas all in the
back.
fucking.
It's a lot of bad bitches out there,
She
but
put the
you
dick in the
Individuality
ball.
out there,
She
man.
She put your dick
Everybody
in your
trying
balls
to
in your
do all
mouth at
this
the
shit.
same
you
time.
want to
man.
fuck so and so because
They all some
Cause
niggas.
they
that-
got a name.
Right, because what's being told.
And
Yeah,
then
see,
she didn't fuck us Steve Harvey.
see, my thing is this, man. I'm gonna go a little bit off tangent, but the thing about what's wrong with niggas, or just people in general, men in general, like I ain't got no problem with the shorty going fuck around who she gonna fuck around with. Or the niggas want that after she didn't have who she had.
Right.
You want what you
That happens
want.
every day.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Exactly.
right,
So
right,
if you gotta wait for this nigga to leave her alone, or she dealt with this dude and did that.
It's your turn.
Yeah. I mean, if you like shorty, go ahead and get her.
Because that's their lifestyle.
That's like you ain't gonna buy a used car.
That's the lifestyle of
You only gonna buy a brand new car.
No,
That's
I'm not.
the lifestyle of the
I'm just
Right,
hypothetical.
I feel what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, if you like a shorty, you know, everybody got a pass.
Yeah.
You know, this ours, a lot of our cloud, you know, our bones.
But this is our president, though. This is our president. She run around with. She jumping from.
It just don't, it seems like it just
Yeah,
there's no
'cause she-
time in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, damn, that's when you going.
All right, think about this. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's think about this.
And that's fine.
Let's think about this. Let's go back to the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
How did Steve Harvey and his wife hook up?
He cheated on his wife.
But why she got his last name and thing his real daughter? Though?
Exactly.
What the fuck is going on?
So, and then you gotta think about it.
That's
And you gotta think about it. Think about it.
He
Think about
died,
it.
she wanted to
Think
get
about
out
it.
of
Think
him.
about it.
Fuck you
She
talking
was
about?
around that time. She knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, true.
What I ready to say?
She knew what the fuck was going on.
But see, I'm
So,
gonna bias
she
towards
didn't
Steve, but I
do
don't
that.
like Steve Harvey though. I ain't a fan of
Yeah,
him.
I ain't a fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he a
you're
clown.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't really listen to
Yeah,
He a
radio.
fucking nigga for real.
And like you said, you cheated on your wife. You cheated on one wife for your second wife.
He
You cheated
don't
on your
have to
second
be
wife
with
for your
him.
third
He
wife.
just-
And then tried to tell men how to live and then tell women how we are. Nigga, no, that's you.
No, he just.
Then you write
he
a
just-
book on
yo,
how-
that
No,
was-
nigga, that's you.
Think like a man.
That ain't
They ain't
no,
write that book?
that,
Yeah, he
yeah,
wrote
that
that
ain't enough.
bullshit.
That's you,
Like
motherfucker. That's how you
90
fucking.
day rule.
That's how you act.
Listen, I'm gonna look in the camera, whatever camera. Listen, right? If y'all still following that ancient bullshit that dude said, you're a fucking idiot, and niggas gonna walk over you.
Fuck me the same night.
If I'm a dude, right? And I want just want to fuck. If I want to just fuck you, I'm gonna play my part for 90 motherfucking days. If you went to that 90-day rule, and day 91, when I bust your ass, I'm gonna leave you right where the fuck you at, straight up. So that shit means nothing. That means nothing. If anything, you tell a dude that's gonna change his whole outlook on you and make it just mission destroyed.
My mission is
to fuck you and leave you.
So
straight up.
So I can say
fuck you want to come in there playing the game. So I'm gonna play the game
exactly.
I'm gonna win.
Right, because you found this Source Mike fucking wig wearing motherfucker.
Right.
Hear what he got.
I like games.
So, like, come on, man. I just don't like dudes that be sitting up there trying to like act like you giving women a game.
Like you holding.
But when you really just sitting up there really trying to be an opportunist and trying to be a come up.
Exactly.
The dude like Derek John.
Oh, yeah.
The boy Gaskin, Tony Gat, whatever his name is. Like, come on, man. Don't speak for me.
Right. Because you don't speak for me.
Because you ain't no real nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to self-proclaim myself as the realest nigga alive.
But you
I got morals and certain things as a man I just don't speak on. And it's just like, you just want some pillow talk shit.
Right.
This dude, if he does this to you, you know where he at. Because he ain't out for you. You got to do what's best for you. Like, motherfucker, you speaking common sense. Because you gonna do for self anyway. That's just common sense to say. You supposed to. If not, then you a goddamn fool in the first place. But I don't know, man. It's just with niggas that do that type of shit, man, like this,
each his own,
run me the wrong way.
We all gotta go on.
And I
gotta learn our lesson.
And I wrote the topic down not to come at her or her lifestyle, but just for us to speak on.
I ain't got nothing to speak
No. I ain't never judged a woman
trying to find her bag.
She's trying to find her bag.
Right. But when she got her bag,
she got a bag.
extra bag.
She's trying to find her niche.
She gonna find what she's looking for. We all got to find our way.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we all done did some shit. We was caught in the loop somewhere.
That should have double standard. Cause what was the shoe was on the other foot? It was us.
She was the dude.
She
Like,
was the
yo,
dude.
Steve Harvey's son is the man.
He can all the hoes.
He fucking all the bitches,
He's
yo.
a fucking man. Yeah.
That nigga doing
Yeah,
his
you know
thing,
what I mean?
See me though, women taking that energy from a man though. You know what I'm saying? So she shouldn't be jumping around with a lot of men and putting them demons in her because real rap, bro, that shit is spiritual.
But women has done that from beginning
That's
of
why she got
time.
the demons in it. She gonna keep running around. She gonna keep
running from
She got a bottomless pit. That
Yeah,
she's looking for something that can't be fulfilled.
She's trying to feel something. That probably come from her mother, her father in
What she
jail,
saw,
her brother. Her shit. She's a cousin brother. Her brother is her cousin. She's a cousin brother. You know what I mean? Because remember the wife was fucking the wife. Her dad was a big time drug dealer that got killed, and then she got with the brother after
And he died.
I think he went to jail for life, and then she got with the brother.
People suffering from childhood traumas and shit, bro.
Kids with the brother, right?
So Steve Harvey wife used to fuck with the big time drug dealer brother and the drug dealer.
And the dad. She used to fuck with her dude was the big time drug dealer. He got life.
And then she
started fucking with his brother and had kids by his brother. So her kids' cousin.
So the bitch fucked with like Meech, and then when Meech got locked up, she was fucking with Meech's brother.
Right. On some shit like that. Yeah.
And then now she really hit the jackpot. She got motherfucking Source Mike in.
Right. And then she put him on the super hustle like, nigga, we gonna get this money for real. Now he working 30 fucking jobs, killing himself for this bitch. So, a couple weeks ago when we had a dude on the show, we was talking about the Marion Fizz situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dude, we had our opinions on. We respected him for not saying anything and being quiet about the situation.
But we know why.
But now we know why. So he
played the shit out of him.
Left Lil Fizz out the Millennium Tour. And they got the Millennium Tour coming up with him and all the other 90s.
Fucking Bow Wow.
I mean, early 2000s motherfuckers.
They about to fuck it up too.
Bow Wow.
So
what was his name? Pretty Ricky. Him, Bow Wow, Pretty Ricky. What's the other boy?
Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy, right. And I blame Soulja Boy for petty rap. But Soulja Boy, right? Yeah, and I ain't mad at him. He started it, but anyway,
they gonna do some Will Smith numbers.
Right, and they kept. Well, they do the tour every year.
No, they really gonna do some numbers with this one. Especially
put
when
the
shit
ball
behind
forward
you.
You know him and
They put
Omarion
those
got
things
their
on
own
tour.
album out. Yeah, he put the whole B2K off the tour.
Why? Because he was drawing and those
No,
shit.
because the boy was fucking his baby mom.
Big mom, he come in.
They
Why
became
your
a
fuck
couple.
business up, though? Why you
Right,
fucking
they
business
became a
up?
couple. He wasn't just fucking her. They became a
Oh,
couple.
he a sucker, bro.
And then the
They
girl
put it all
was,
in
and
their
then the
face.
put all in his face, and the girl
Talking about
went
his
on,
sex
talking
better
about his
and
sex
all
is
that.
the better.
Oh, no,
that's
see,
that's
see,
the best dick
see,
she ever
see,
had.
See,
Pause.
this the thing. And that's the thing. See,
Hey,
niggas fuck
fuck
niggas,
that
other
shit,
niggas'
right?
baby moms every day, bitch. I ain't sound like
Yeah,
Cam or
so,
motherfucker, what's his name? But
Yeah.
when you sitting up here and you making
Put it in
couple
their face.
quotes that the nigga dick more homo, the nigga dick better than the other one.
Right,
You
right.
trying to pit them against them two, and then
And
as a
that's what-
man,
and
you don't
stupid.
step in and say,
Right.
"Shorty, chill out."
Like you don't even like that's my
You
man at the
wrong.
end of the day.
That's my
So,
man.
like you a
Nut.
whole nut.
Yeah,
Right.
you fucked up paper.
Y'all
Look how he
was
fucked up
fucking
that
hard.
paper. Look.
And y'all was more than boys.
Right.
Nigga, y'all niggas just slept in the same
He
bed.
fucked that
and
paper
all
up.
Like I
that.
fondled together.
He fucked that paper. I wouldn't even want to fuck that bitch right now. We
Yeah.
fucking this paper. You
Yeah.
stupid bitch right now. I ain't
Now
gonna
he ain't on babysitting the
But he
kid.
ain't fuck up paper for him. He fuck up paper for
No, he
him.
got kicked off the
He
tour.
fucked
Him,
the paper
Jay
for
Bug.
him. And the
No,
other
but
three
Jay, no,
niggas.
Jay Book, that's
Y'all the
fucking
two
no,
niggas.
real rap. That's why I'll be at Mark. If I'm Jay Bug, I'm beating Marion the fuck
I'm
up.
fucking-
No, not Amari.
No,
Fuck
I'm
Amari.
fucking Fizz.
No, who put us on the tour?
No, Amari put you off the tour, but
No,
Lil Fizz fault.
Lil Fizz ain't even that big of a. So we could have put him off and kept rocking,
No,
bro.
But it
how? No, how? It's a four. It's a four group.
Bro, they could have kept. Who's the main bull?
Omarion.
Amarion, right? And then
Well, Fizz
ain't no real
Jay
main
Bug.
bull.
Well, Omarion's a solo artist too, so
Right,
he ain't got to sing a
so he
BK
don't have to
motherfucking
sing a
song.
beat
So
basically.
why
all
not?
that
But this
shit.
is all
Right,
these
and he got a whole album
Maybe he's
about
not.
it.
We don't know the
So-
ins
Maybe
and outs.
Right.
every niggas
Yeah,
out
we
on
don't know the
background
ins and
then.
outs.
Yeah, he put his whole niggas off though
But
too. That's fucked
Pretty
up.
Ricky,
but,
Pretty
that's
Ricky
fucked
told the
Damn.
boy J Bug, you can come and join Pretty Ricky. We got the contract for you right now.
But dig this though. But you gotta realize, and I kind of respect Omarion for what he did because
I do too.
don't no fan want to see some half-ass B2K shit.
Exactly.
With just dump through or whatever the three dub it is, and don't have
Right.
the other fourth
Because
person.
y'all know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You know
everybody
what's
like,
going
oh,
on.
they
So at the end of the day,
You gonna have them niggas
so get rid of all of them.
no. So at the end of the day, fuck that, bro. They want to see us. If this bitch want you, she want you. I don't give a fuck. She your dick better. I'm gonna bust 10 bitches ass in front of you tonight.
Well, she came
And we
out.
gonna go out here and get this paper. Why you
Not
gonna put
gonna-
me
Well,
on
she
the
came
tour?
out and said, "Oh, Marion was fucking my
Omarion not
mom."
putting paper.
Right, and all
She
that.
came out and said, "Oh, well, he was fucking my mom."
Oh, she the devil. That
Right,
bitch just
that's
shot
what I'm saying.
sabotage. So they
Right.
really got that.
And he's stupid for falling
Yeah,
for it.
that bitch
He a
shot
weak
sabotage.
nigga. He a weak nigga because he fell for the banana in the tailpipe. You know what I
Wasn't
mean?
the same nigga that was getting hit in the Biffany anyway by the
Well,
No,
they
that
all
was
was
one,
being
that was one,
no,
though.
they all was being fondled by Chris Stokes, bro.
No, the light skin boy.
They
them
all was being fondled
They
by
all-
Chris
they
Stokes,
all
bro.
balanced
niggas. One nigga came out and said
And
it.
the
One
other
nigga
boy was
came out
fine.
and
The
said
other
it,
boys was getting them too.
Who?
What's the other boys from the house party?
He was getting too.
No, Mark. The three house party three. What's their names?
Oh,
Immature.
Quality time. Yeah.
Immature.
Immature.
They was fucking fondling them too. And they was supposed to be their little brothers or some shit. It's crazy.
Oh, that's all. They all on some freak shit.
Anyway.
So, pause on that. Billy D. Williams says that he identifies as a gender fluid man and says he didn't know, what
What gender fluid
what gender fluid was. He tried to retract it after they told him what gender fluid was, but he said he feel he as though he's a masculine man, he also feels very effeminate at times. He has feminine moments, So
I
he
don't
says well, that's what he said.
No,
that's what he says. He said-
If you do the math on it, you definitely gotta.
Now, let me
Everybody
explain
got
something. Hold up,
feminine
let me
and
explain something.
masculine.
Let me explain
That's all
something.
he do, though.
Now, Fatso is a numerologist.
No, I mean,
He
I'm a spiritual being
He's
having human
spiritual,
experience,
I mean? He
man.
deal with he deal with numbers and astrology and shit like
There we
that.
go, yeah,
So
there we go.
no, I'm just telling you. So he when we was in the car coming up, we was talking about it, and he was just explaining like where I guess he feels as though where Billy D coming from. Now, not saying that he's gay or he fucked men.
No, they ain't
He
nothing.
just
You
said
shouldn't
he
be wanting to
had.
fuck no man.
He just said
embracing
he-
your femininity.
He just says he
Alright.
has he just said he's gender fluid, like he has an effeminate side.
But he doesn't even
And-
have a clue of what he was saying. But my thing is, why
He-
hell? Why do you?
Why, and the way
he's
society is,
80 years old.
82 years
and the way
old.
society is, you know they
Talking
pushing that
about
gay
your
agenda.
sexuality.
You know they
Right.
pushing the gay agenda.
And you've
Why
been
you
pushing,
coming out
and
here?
you've been
like
pushing
that?
more
You know what I'm
liquor.
saying?
You've
Yeah.
been pushing more liquor
Right.
for 65
They
years.
all
When you was
some
on
bullshit.
motherfucking Lady Sing the Blues and shit, you was whispering in the fucking Diane motherfucking Ross ear. You know what I mean? Like, you wasn't sitting up here talking about how fluid your motherfucking sexuality was back then.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Why are you coming out talking about that, knowing the way they pushing this game and all this bullshit?
You that pressed to get some motherfucking notoriety or something, dog? Or you want to be
now was it a move?
Gay people got more rights.
Do you think it was a notoriety move, or do you think it was a like he feel what he feel? Like
niggas ain't checking for no motherfucking Billy D. Williams right now.
They ain't not.
My mom ain't even checking for Billy D. Williams right now.
That's why you doing it now.
Come on, man.
Motherfucking mom's like Method Man.
Right, exactly.
And shit like that.
So are you salty because they come up with a new Star Wars and you wasn't on there or something? Lando, motherfucking. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, fam. Like, I don't even dig where he coming from with that. Who fucking cares? This nigga gotta take a pill, jump up and down on something anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why he even talking about that shit. Like, I don't understand. But when he says that, when he said the femininity and masculinity, that's what we all got in us. That's just the balance in nature.
I think it is definitely a
yin and yang. It's a yin and yang to you. Like, that's even your nurturing side. That's more like your feminine, like being there for your child. That's like you embracing that nature of you. That's like more of the femininity side of you. All that talk about you want to, he trying to get his ass, but my man, it's
more like a motherhood type thing.
Right, when the dad is like more, when the dad like have to raise his son by himself and he has to become a mother and
or a single dad raising a daughter.
Right,
that type shit. Like,
you gotta learn how to.
You gotta tap into that.
Right, you gotta tap into that from the side. But and I understand what he's saying by that. But the way he came out and said it, it was like, you know.
But why now? Like you said,
why now?
Why you been talking?
Not in '77 when you was the motherfucking sex symbol. Why now? Not now.
The world don't need to hear that.
I don't want to hear that shit. And then when somebody pulled it to the side, like, listen, OG. That mean like you motherfucking will run the fuck around with whatever, and you just fluid whatever you do. Oh no, I don't mean that. Well, I mean, so what are you talking about? Down some motherfucking way, man. Sometimes it's best to just be quiet. Man. Don't say nothing.
Right, just don't say anything.
Don't say anything. You can feel that way, but my whole thing is just with society today. Why is everybody so pressed about sexuality in the first place? You just forcing that shit. You bring on children.
That's what
all that shit. Like,
and that's not cool.
Listen,
because if you feel a certain way, and if people want to be there, if people want to be that way, then let them be that way. Naturally.
Exactly.
You know, don't force it on you. Don't you know, I understand it is what it is today, but you don't have to put a two-mom family on a Disney Channel show.
Well, y'all got transsexuals raising kids, teaching kids in classrooms.
Right.
Why is that? No.
We couldn't even talk about religion or nothing in school when we was growing up. Now all of a sudden they got the sex. I mean, it was sex ed, but now they got a whole curriculum where they talking about LGBTQ.
Well, they had a joint where in Europe they canceled that shit. They told them we're not teaching. But they had another joint. They had another joint where they was teaching kids about how to perform anal sex.
What?
Oh my God! Oh, man. Listen, man. That's why you know what I'm saying. Like, listen, right? Homosexuality just didn't come about within this last century. Right. It's been homosexuality throughout history. With the Romans, they were some of the most like the Greeks. All of that, you understand what I'm saying? Right. So, but at the same time, like now I understand they're trying to normalize everything. But I mean, listen, you gay?
That's up to you. Fine. But why are we teaching these kids?
But don't put that shit on my son.
Don't put that on child. Let him grow up.
Yeah, let him figure it out, and then once he figure whatever way he want to go, then so be it.
Let him figure it out.
So all right. So I got a question.
Even
now,
Dwayne
Wade's son.
Dwayne Wade on some bullshit.
Dwayne Wade's son is you know, he's like 10, I guess. And
I think he older than that.
Well, like 11, 12, whatever, 13. But he already knows he's gay. I don't know if he's
D-Wade look crazy in that picture. You talking about the son?
They got
young boy got a whole overlay and everything.
And then he got a John with like a halter shoe.
I'm looking at D-Wade in the pic, bro. Check D-Wade whole swag out. You look feminized.
See, you done let Gabrielle Union come in there on her motherfucker. She done put the motherfucking shit on him. And listen, right? I'm
to each his own, but I'm saying when you start
but
trying
don't force it on
that's
everybody.
What they doing, bro. It's a agenda going
like
on.
Because it's like you're a bully now.
It's an agenda going on.
You know, it's like you're a bully.
Trying to put that in them kids, man.
So doing, bro. I got a son that's 6 years old. If people who are watching may know me, they may know my son. If I was to meet a woman today or tomorrow and we become married, and she sees my son may play with a doll or something, And my son may not necessarily know the difference between playing with a doll, showing his feminine side or whatever it may be. He just being a kid. He just being exploratory. He just being inquisitive. He just want to know what's going on. She takes that shit and run with it. Next thing she knows, she taking him to get his nails done and doing all that. Yo, I'm stopping the motherfucking brakes before the bitch even
Well,
get out
Alicia
the
Keys had a thing because that's right.
Right. So that's another story. Right. But what I'm saying,
man, it shouldn't be a problem.
Kids are going to mimic the adults' behavior, what they see. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you allow a child to be around women all the time, they're going to do what women do. A boy going to do that straight up.
So you put that on Swizz?
Huh? Yes, I do put it on. Because he can step in and say, wait a minute, hold, like, what's going on here?
You gotta understand that's what women do, but let's go on the base and let's make a beat. Let me show you what men do on the side. Like, we can go out and we can go shoot some hoops, or we can go.
And if that's the lifestyle he chooses, then that's fine.
Yeah, young is too old.
But as parents, you have you're supposed to lead them in the right direction because they don't know.
What direction you want them to go?
But what if they want them to go in that? But what if they want them to go in that direction? Scarlett Johansson, look at her. If it's Scarlett Johansson, look at her son. He dresses in nothing but women's clothes. Is that the direction that she want him to go in, or did he say, "Mommy"?
No,
he's a black kid.
Yeah, she
knows. Did he say, "Mommy"?
Think about the Smiths.
You know what I'm talking about.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they was on some weird shit.
They was on some fluid shit from
they wasn't even but they wasn't even getting raised by the parents because their parents was out doing the shit. They were getting raised by the nannies.
But from what I understand, though, they go ahead, they swing and do their own thing.
Yeah, the parents is never home, so they go out, they have a party. They really like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air out there. Like, don't make it.
I mean, it's just the fact that, like, you know,
I just don't want to force. All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
All right, I don't care. I got a lot of homies that's homosexual, and it doesn't bother me.
I don't, but I mean, I do have people that do. But go ahead, I ain't knocking.
I got a lot of women that's lesbians.
That female.
Female.
And I have family members that's family members, men that's homosexual, and I don't. But that's not my business.
Yeah.
When you're around me, we square.
Right.
That's
still a human being at the end of the day.
Right. And I love you.
Yeah,
you're my family.
Yeah, real shit.
I still love you, and I'm not going to say I still love you like I shouldn't love you. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Point blank.
No doubt.
And I'll fuck somebody up for you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But just don't force it
There you go.
on me. Wrap it up, and that's it. We all feel that way. Next topic.
Love
and life. So, what's the fellas? And what's the hardest word to admit or say to your girlfriend or wife? Like, what's the hardest thing to admit to your girlfriend or wife? Like,
You cheated, nigga.
no, I mean I'm cheated. Like, like I'm sorry, or you were right, or you know what I mean, something like that. Like, what's the hardest thing?
I'm not in love with you.
I cheated.
I don't want to be with you. Like,
that's real.
That's the hardest
that's
shit.
Real.
The separation.
That's real. But that's real.
Nah, the hardest thing is to tell you that I don't want to be with you.
I cheated.
Or that she dropping the ball on a certain, aspect.
I cheated. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
That can be said.
I don't want to be with you no more.
I'm not in love with you.
I'm not in love with you.
And you just there for the.
I'm done with
you
this.
just there, and you as a man, and you realize you there for just time and space. And to say
this is probably the hardest thing.
And to say
you a gambler, right?
Yeah.
You gambling.
Well, I'm not. Well, yeah.
You losing your money. Your wife's thinking you paying the bills, you doing everything.
That's
you losing,
great.
you gambling, you losing. Next thing you know, you got a foreclosure notice on your crib. Now your wife think you've been working overtime the last 9 months.
Bills.
And now you got a foreclosure. How the fuck are you gonna tell your wife and your child that y'all get kicked out your house? She thinks that you was going while you supposed to be going out to work, but you was going straight to the casino.
You going to the casino? That's crazy.
I like the way you pulled that
That's
out the
crazy.
hat. I like how you pulled. That's a bad one because
crazy.
you bring your child into it.
So you saying fuck your family, fuck your wife because I'm trying to get this extra dollar.
It's addictive.
That's fucked up.
You go from losing.
That's some
You
wild
go
shit.
from winning.
But your house is on the line.
Then you go to losing. Yeah.
How do you say, okay, I'm not even
You
going
ain't
to
gotta
work
tell it, though.
because I'm chasing this?
You ain't gotta tell
It
it.
ain't no monkey that crazy.
You
Like
ain't gotta tell it.
you, Because at the end of the day, as a
You
man,
don't
you know you have to
You
work
don't
to
know.
eat.
You don't have an addiction.
Right.
Bro, I bet I don't have
You
an
can't
addiction.
bet.
I
You
don't have an addiction, but I bet on horses when
Okay,
I bet on football, I bet on
something.
basketball.
We
But
know
I would
somebody.
never risk
Think about,
my
think about,
family.
think about. We know somebody. Definitely not putting no names out. That has lost their check the same day they got it multiple times. Gambling.
Shit, I know a bunch
Yeah,
of
but
people.
that same
I'm
nigga, that might have been Friday. All right, that nigga might have spent $1,000 in the strip club on
I'm
Saturday.
not talking about $1,000 strip. I'm talking about losing your
All right,
whole
let me.
check.
All right.
In the casino.
Listen, and I seen the same nigga spend his whole check in the strip club, wake up Sunday morning, and say, "Yo, it's 6 niggas in my house. Everybody give me $20." And he go to this casino and come back with fucking 5 racks and say, "Yo, roll that up." And he come back with 8 breakfast platters.
I'm not talking
And I
about
say,
that.
"Yo, what the
I'm not
fuck
talking
you
about
do
that.
that? How you?"
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
saying.
talking about the addiction.
I feel you.
Yeah, he just said
You
it's
see what I'm
the
saying?
freedom
That's
to
what I'm
have
talking about. I'm just.
I was all hype, right?
I'm talking about the addiction, and that.
But I'm just saying,
but that's what I'm saying. That's the addiction
right?
of losing your check and then getting
But you think that's hard
20
to
niggas
tell?
come in your crib
That's
to
hard
go
to
back to
tell.
the
But that's not. But that man
Is
ain't
that
married
hard- is
though.
that harder than
That
telling your
man
wife?
ain't married.
I don't wanna
it's
be
not
in.
about nothing. I'm not
That-
saying
He got
he's
hard
wrong.
features
He's not
in
losing.
your
The
Yeah,
nigga
you
fly.
talk-
The nigga still do what he do.
Right.
He still take care of his
Right.
responsibilities.
That's hard.
But
That's hard
it's the
shit,
addiction
bro.
of gambling.
So,
It's
alright.
any
Cause
addiction.
your girl
It
ride,
could be
she gonna ride.
addiction
If
to
your
weed.
girl
It could
really
be
rock
addiction-
with you, bro, any highs and lows she rocking.
Niggas is
You telling you don't want to be with her
That's
no more?
hard.
Niggas
How
are
do
addicted
you
to
say-
porn.
It's still hard.
Niggas
to
are
have
Right.
addicted
How do you say I don't want to be with you no more, or I ain't got the we about to lose this
We
fucking
about to
house.
lose this house.
We gotta go to my mom's. And,
But
and
if
she
your
said,
girl don't
"Why?"
ride with you, she
I
gonna
work,
ride
you
with
work.
Bro, she
Yeah.
gonna say, damn, she gonna round you up that night.
No.
And y'all gonna bust
No,
her
she
ass.
gonna leave you.
No.
You're not fucking her.
Bro.
I work, you
Bro,
work.
you're
You
out.
ain't been paying the mortgage.
Bro,
But
I got
it-
friends. I never been in that type of
Okay,
relationship
okay,
where
okay.
At the end of the day,
but I got
At the end of
friends
the day,
who
let's-
did,
All right,
bro.
can
Let's
I
do
explain
that.
something
That's
to
a
you?
tough
Can I
pill.
explain
But
something to you?
if you put on your shoe another foot, but if
She
your
love
woman
you,
come
crackers
home
all, bro.
and you thinking that she's working, she's going to work every day,
And
then
you gonna
all of a
leave.
sudden she's talking about, well, I really ain't been going to work every day. I've been going to casino because I've been gambling.
You gonna
Because I
leave.
lost them.
Because
Bro,
listen,
you
at
gonna
the
be-
end of the
you
day,
gonna be
with
with
women,
I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro.
You gonna be that
Any
shit.
real strong black woman, she on top of that.
strong black woman, my
She got
ass.
kids in
Because
there.
listen,
Bro,
at the end of the
bro,
day,
I'm talking about any
That
real
is,
woman.
that,
Let
on
me
that
talk-
part,
She
that is a
invested.
nigga shit.
And she
That is
gonna
a
work
nigga,
every
it
day.
is a
She
nigga
gonna work
shit.
every day. She can't
That is a nigga addiction though. Gambling is
Trap-
really a
listen,
nigga
I don't know no
addiction.
business
Listen,
giving no man
listen.
all her money.
That's what I'm
Every
saying.
time she gonna
But
fuck
listen,
her.
at the same time, she gonna say a woman, a lot of women that's in relationships is because not saying they love the nigga,
That's a
but
weak
at the
woman,
same
bro.
time,
A weak
what the
woman.
nigga can do, what the nigga doing too.
Bro.
So if he's not doing, and then you're like halfway in, halfway out, you're gonna be like, whoa,
Your girl
because you
can't-
gonna try
your
to
girl
grind
can't
for a
come
little
home and
bit.
say,
If you got a woman that's secure
yeah,
on
your
family, she
girl
gonna make
come
sure that her
home.
and her kids gonna be good. She gonna be on top of shit.
And you're not making sure of that
No,
because
any
you
real
fucking
woman-
her money
no.
up. So
First
she
of
gonna
all-
bounce because
first
that's the
of
best
all,
for her situation,
There's
bro.
nothing you can do for
That's
your
the
girl
best
to
for her
come home
situation.
saying, we got 15 days to get out of here.
That's not hard to
and
tell
they
you
come up with
what
nine,
it is.
and they
She
come up
fucking
with 9
going,
grand.
bro. She going out mothers. Fuck you, nigga.
Where both of y'all
I see
not
you
going
on
together.
court. Right.
Both of y'all
You're
not going to the
with
job
her.
house.
You ever see people that's been together, couples that been together 60 years? They've been through that.
Yeah, no, they
You
ain't
never,
shit.
they've
That,
been through that type
Worse
of
They,
shit.
they haven't lost their house.
So what I'm telling you is
Man,
this:
ain't never
when you
worked
tell
out
them
their
motherfuckers
house.
you want to be with
They-
one, they think
they-
they like one
bro,
partner.
they
That's
haven't
hard
lost
as
First of all,
you tell them
ain't
They
never
don't,
lost their house,
they don't
bro.
lose their house and go in the street and then come back.
Bro, you ask my grandmama and grandpa, they been in shelters together. They did that.
Oh, well, see,
Real right.
you know
They
firsthand.
been through that.
I'm just saying, from my standpoint, listen, my grandma was a hustler. She had her own beauty salon for fucking 30 years, and she had men that she dealt with. And if you wasn't on her level, nigga, you was getting the fucking talks.
Right, when you get the
Because
money
if you
for one-
can't match her hustle,
It's
because
a
she
thing.
can get her. Listen, my grandma.
Get
Listen,
somebody to
my
listen to
grandma
that.
was the first rich woman I ever met in my life
Checked out.
because she ain't never have to want for nothing. We got charges, bro. She ain't never have to want for nothing. You know what I mean? On some shit. But I'm just saying, like, that's some hard shit to say. I'm not in love with you, and I don't want to be with
I
you.
don't want to be in no more.
Right.
Like,
Because there's some niggas that love women, or they just be infatuated with women, and they get fed up and be like, you know what? This shit ain't for me.
Listen, right? I'm gonna be real.
It's hard. How you gonna say you gonna leave your wife and your kid?
I'm gonna dig a little deep.
Even if you're not wife and kid, I just
I'm divorced, and I was with I was with a woman or whatever. Person we went to school with.
I ain't know you was divorced.
Yeah. So the hardest conversation I ever had was telling her that I don't want to be with her anymore.
Wow.
Pretty much like pretty piggyback on what you said.
Wow.
And I think
that takes a lot of heart.
It does. But the thing is that
and it hurt too.
It hurts really bad. First of all, I think a lot of people cheat because they don't want to have that tough conversation with their partner.
Right.
They don't want to bite the bullet and say.
Right.
It could be from anything. It could be a woman that just want a nigga's attention. Right. And you're basically yearning, or you're saying that you want your man's attention, but he doesn't even fucking see it. Like, he's busy working, he's busy trying to get a bag and all that other type of stuff. He's not even paying you any mind
because he's trying to do it for the house.
Right, he's trying to do for whatever, or just doing his own thing.
But it would be a selfish woman that be like, oh well, you're not spending enough time at home.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna focus on somebody that do.
And he's just working.
And be vulnerable enough to do that.
And then you have a nigga that's a nut.
Right.
And a good woman at home.
Right. Or you could be the dude who woman is not pulling her weight in the bedroom.
That too.
That's a hard conversation to have with your shorty and say, damn, baby, like you're not pulling your weight. We be doing this shit is like a repetition.
And one thing with men, and one thing not to cut you off, but one thing with men, when we having sex with a woman and we want certain things, we will ask.
You guys
we will
listen.
No. Every girl is not about training your girl because some girls just won't do certain shit.
Oh, well,
And you try, and then you fucking, but the whole time in your mind, you upset. Because I've been through that in a past relationship. Like, damn, bitch, like, come on. This shit corny.
But see what caused a person to cheat.
And I stopped speaking to somebody that I was in a relationship
But it take a weak-minded nigga to go ahead and cheat because they'll go ahead and say, you know what? They'll avoid having that conversation with their shorty, and then they'll go out and meet a shorty,
and she's saying everything that you not saying.
And now you done fucked around with your girl. You done got another shorty that's licking your balls, doing whatever she wants. Doing what she wants. Now you caught in a precarious situation now. But I just will go back to what I was saying though. It was just tough, but I didn't want to like make it to whereas I felt the need to get that whatever I wanted from my wife, and she wasn't providing me with that for somebody else. So I had to have a conversation with her. I knew the shit was over.
Now, can I ask you a question? Did you try to explain to her the stuff that she wasn't doing to see if she would work on that?
Absolutely.
Now,
let me indulge in my situation real quick. So my wife was one of those. She just prior to getting with me, she was in a relationship with a guy she was with for years.
Well, that one guy.
So this one dude pretty much fucked it up, and I got all the residuals from that previous relationship.
So she couldn't let that go.
So my whole thing was, I knew that she really rocked with me, and I thought that I would be the one to help her overcome.
Get over that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, because at the end we want to be like, all right. You got some shit.
Right.
It was that's my job. So, I'm gonna fuck that shit up. We're gonna get over that.
I was one of those. It was a situation where she pretty much was ready to fall in my lap to be with me, and then she ended up getting back my main man.
Wow.
So my whole thing was like,
while y'all was together?
We weren't together. No. This was prior to us getting together.
Oh, okay.
And that's what made me say, you know what? In order for me to be with this woman, she really got to basically fall in my lap, like out the sky.
So you forced it?
No. I didn't force anything. So what ended up happening was she ended up breaking up with Main Man.
Right.
I ain't gonna go into into all the details, but she broke up with Main Man in a real unfortunate situation. And I was there with her to help her pick up the piece. At least I thought I was helping her pick up the piece. But in the long run, I caught all the residuals of her not truly getting over dude.
You know why? Because you were just a rebound.
Yeah. Now I know that now. But I'm just saying at the time, it was just like I said to myself years prior to that, like, yo, the only way me and her can get together is she gotta come to me. She gotta fall in my lap. And she fell in my lap, dog. That's why I was willing to go ahead and extend myself to marry her.
But that's only because he wasn't doing what she thought he was going to do, but she knew she had somebody in the wing that can do that.
Well,
but she
it's a good way of looking at it too.
But she wasn't willing to
put it out. But that made her less trusting. That made her more independent. That made her, and that's what damaged and hurt our relationship.
And you know what's crazy? When I get with a woman, I always tell them, don't let your past relationship.
But you can't. It's easier said than done.
And it is.
We all live.
Right.
I mean, the locks for real. Like we all live off the stereo.
Because we even as men,
we
like before I was in my relationship, like before I'm in a relationship I was in now, not to cut you off.
So you cool.
I was with a girl who, tried to set me up with a baby. And I'm keeping it honest. She tried to set me up with a baby and said the baby was mine and all that shit. And the baby wasn't mine. And
Right.
I wasn't into her.
Right.
But I put myself into her because I wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the whole time, it wasn't
really no connection.
it wasn't really no connection.
No, you just try to force the square into a circle.
My square into a circle.
Right.
And that's what it was.
But yeah, but as a man, it's this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Just to say, I mean, that's to wrap up what I was saying. That was a tough conversation that I had, but it needed to be had.
Right.
Because not only was I vested in her, we was married. I lived out of state. I dropped everything. I lived in North Philadelphia all my life. And I moved to North Carolina in reference to my relationship.
This is before Atlanta?
This is before Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So that prepped me for Atlanta.
I thought you went to Atlanta right from Lincoln.
No.
That's what I thought.
I was home.
Okay.
So that, to go off the topic, I mean, to be on the topic,
Right.
that was a tough conversation, but it had to be done.
Right.
And it kind of just flew off my tongue.
So did she take it, was it like, okay, I understand. Did she understand?
No.
Or did she was like,
did
she deny everything?
On the surface, she tried to make it seem like she understood and she was thankful for the fact that I came to her. She didn't hear it secondhand and so on and so forth. But all in all, no. Like she didn't. No, fuck no.
Oh no, fuck no.
See, the thing was that I'm gonna go a little further into my personal situation. Like I was really fucked up being with her.
Right.
So it was nice, I was really depressed. And I never really spoke to that with people. Like
that's
now
natural.
looking back
that's
at it, and now
you
working
spend
in
that
working
time with a woman,
right?
Because I went through that. Listen, I ain't gonna front. When I got out of college, and me and the girl I was with,
right,
for 6 years, we got together our sophomore year, and into, we was together to 04 after 98, 97.
Right.
So, I fell into a depression state because I felt as though like this was the one.
Yeah.
And I fell into that depression state to where I was like, well, I don't want to go out. I'm in the house. I'm chilling.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let me say that. I don't know if this you want to classify this as depression. My whole thing was just like, damn, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. It's not like I live in Southwest Philly and I'm with a shorty in Southwest and I can say, man, fuck you. I'm out. I go to my homie crib and live in North or live up in the Northeast. No, I'm fucking 400, 500, 600 miles away. So it's like, damn, how am I gonna get out of this?
But at the same time, the point I'm trying to make is it be time invested.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what it be. And you be like, damn, I got all this time to live. And not be like, oh, my heart is broke, or I can't believe this bitch. Because when nobody, it's just time invested.
You can't get that back.
And you be thinking like, god damn.
But
all this fucking time.
But at the same time,
and there's a lesson because I learned a lot from that. Because from that on, I learned how to deal. Because that relationship right there taught me the way.
Mine too.
It taught me how to deal with women.
It made me stronger. It made me a better man.
And it taught me how to deal with women after her. Because before her, when I was with her, I didn't know how to treat women. But after her, from her mistakes, I learned how to treat women.
Right, real quick. I just want to say this. So prior to me being with her, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I wasn't genuine with the women that I dated or whatever, because I was, but I had the mentality like all these bitches ain't shit.
I was on that too. I couldn't trust nobody.
I never
was 100% faithful. I was single for 13,
I was doing my own
for 13 years after that shit.
Right, but what ended up happening was that I was genuinely with this woman and I didn't have no desire to be with nobody else. Wow. Which never happened. Which made me think like, damn, I need to marry her. Because all the ducks were in a row.
Right.
From what I saw until I moved in with her. Right. And I started to see how she truly was. Right. Then I started seeing other shit that she truly didn't get over the nigga. Then on top of that, how she would try to belittle me in front of like strangers, whatever.
Right.
Like
When
it's
you
just
know
certain
you,
things-
when you know you're a thorough nigga.
Right. So
like, don't do
I
that
would never,
to me,
the shit I would
bitch.
never pull on
Don't
her.
do that.
She
Right.
pulled that shit on me.
Don't do that shit
So,
to me, bitch.
so what?
Like, I'm way
So,
thorough
me-
than that.
Me leaving her gave me number one, a peace of mind, and number two, it made me just come to
But
grips
you
with
was driving
myself.
yourself crazy.
I said I ain't never, from here on out, if I ever did anybody, I'm not lying to no motherfucking body.
Right.
You gonna accept my son, you
See
gonna
how you
accept my
learn?
family,
You gonna accept my
you gonna accept
words.
my words, my
truth,
my fucking
my faults,
my fucking
right.
my career. You gonna respect everything that I got going on. And if you don't accept those things, you don't want nothing to be with me,
See,
then fine. It's
So you're a
cool.
better man.
See,
You understand what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna be me at the end of the day,
but-
and I'm never gonna let nobody take
There you go.
that away from
there
me.
you go. So
Right.
I can hang my hat on the fact that one thing for sure and two things for certain, I ain't bullshitting nobody. I ain't lying to
Right.
nobody.
Right.
So it's so funny because you can live by that, and even to this day, even back when I dated or whatever it may have been, you be called a bullshitter or you lying. You must got a girl in your crib and all that. I ain't got no
Right. I ain't
motherfucking
got
shit
no-
in
I
my
ain't got no
crib.
time for that.
I laugh at motherfuckers that
Right.
do shit like that because
Right.
it's like,
Right.
damn, you really fucked up to think that I'm sitting up here lying to you when I'm being 100.
That's like a nigga I know, and I ain't putting his name out there, one of my homies. He was like messing with this girl and shit, and he was like, yeah, bro, like she on some shit, and he called me one day, like, come get him and shit from the bar, like, come get me, bro, like this bitch tripping, da 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 da.
Right.
I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he like, yeah, but the whole time, I'm like, yo, is that your girl or whatever? He's like, no, like she got a dude. I'm the side nigga. And he was kind of proud of that. Like, yeah, I'm the side nigga, but she talking about she gonna lead this nigga. Like, everything he was saying was the shit.
Motherfucker don't love you, son,
No,
bro.
it was
We
the
put
shit.
yourself in scenarios.
No, but listen, everything he was saying was the shit that we
self-love.
say to women. Oh yeah, I'ma leave her. Oh yeah, she get on my nerves. But and he was accepting that shit. And I had to call. I checked him like, bro, are you really comfortable with this shit? You comfortable? That's I had told him like.